Hello friends, welcome back to the Wardenberg Family Farm.
It's autumn on the farm and it's time to take some of these pumpkins and turn them into some scrumptious pumpkin pie. These are some of our cinnamon girl pumpkins. They're specifically for making pies and things. They're sweeter than regular Halloween jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. We sold a lot of them at the farm stand, but we have some left. So I'm going to be roasting them, pureeing them, and freezing some of it, but I'm going to turn some into some pumpkin pie for tonight's dinner.
Now tell me something. Why do you have them here in the high tunnel?
Well, after you pick them, they have to cure for a little while. The skin needs to harden. It's mainly for storing, but plus I didn't have anywhere else to put them.
Well, it keeps them dry too. It's raining out, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't get rained on. So they're in here, and as we needed them for the farm stand, I took some out. Now the farm stand's about to close for the season, so we get to eat the rest of them.
Yum.
First thing I have to do is get the stems off of these. It's kind of fun. Take your aggression out in the pumpkins. Voila.
You're a pro.
Yeah. Now it's just time to cut them in half and get them ready to roast.
Okay, so we need to cut our pumpkins, and do you have a recommendation this way or the other?
I don't know. I've always done it long ways, but somebody said it was easier this way.
Yeah?
Let's give it a try, see what happens.
Well, I don't think it's going to be easy.
No, not easy, but they say it's easier.
Anyway. Wow.
They're tough pumpkins.
Wow.
Maybe we need an axe.
There we go. All right.
Get them all chopped, and then we'll take all the seeds out of the middle.
Let me see if I can get this one a little fat.
Do you want to try it from the other angle? See which way's easier?
I might
experiment.
Get a longer knife.
Okay.
Yeah, they were definitely tougher than. There we go. Longer knife.
Okay, that's the secret.
Oh, which one do we got to cut here? This
Any
one?
that don't have stems on.
Okay.
They're the ones.
There we go.
All right, a couple more to go, and then we'll be digging the seeds out.
All right, this is the big one. Let's see if this clears okay. So what's your technique?
Just scrape the living daylights out of it to get all the seeds and most of the stuff out. This part is pretty gross. But I know who's going to be happy to get some pumpkin seeds. My chickens are going to be thrilled. They love pumpkin seeds.
Let's see how clean you have it.
Well, clean enough.
Oh, that looks good.
Yep. I think I can get 6 on those 2 trays. We'll find out.
So what are you doing now? I thought you were going to roast them.
I am going to roast them, but I read one thing. A woman said it's better to brush them with oil. It keeps in the moisture. I don't know. I never done this before, but I'm going to try it.
Well, you've done pumpkin before.
I've done pumpkin. I've just thrown it in bare. But I'll see if the oil does make a difference. I don't know. But she also said if you're doing savory things, use avocado oil. If you're doing something sweet, use coconut oil. So I melted up some coconut oil and just smearing it on. We'll see if it makes a difference. I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to tell if it makes a difference, but...
But you'll feel better.
Yeah, I'll feel better. It does make some kind of sense. Can't hurt. And it's not like it's going to make it taste like coconut or anything. Not that much oil. Time for them to go in the oven. They're all cut and oiled up. In they go. And I can't get my trays side by side, so I'm going to put one on a higher shelf, one on a lower, and then I'll probably switch them after about 20 or 30 minutes. Then we just have to see when they get soft. You poke them with a fork and see when they're soft. So I'll set it for like 20 minutes and I'll check them and switch them.
How long do you think it's going to take in total?
I don't know. They're small pumpkins, so I don't know, an hour?
Okay.
I'll know when they're soft.
Okay.
Have to wait and see.
All right. Hey, can I ask you something?
Mm-hmm.
People have been asking you how come you sounded congested for the last month.
Because I have been. It's been a rough month. If you watch our Italy video, we came home sick with colds. And Turned out we brought an unwanted souvenir home from Italy. Turned out it was the big virus. So we hadn't had it before then. We escaped it for all those years, but we got it then. And Donnie got better real quick.
2 days.
Yeah, I didn't. It just kept being congested and congested, so the doctor tried prednisone. That didn't really help. Then it started to really hurt, and I could tell I had a sinus infection, so she gave me antibiotics. That did help. Then I felt better. Then I made a mistake. I went out in the garden, was digging up sweet potatoes, pulling up weeds. I worked hard for like 2 or 3 days.
You haven't seen that video yet.
No, that video's coming up because my garden got out of control, so I was in a fiery hurry to get it cleaned up. So I overdid it. Went to the doctor, and she said, you have to rest. You're not as young as you used to be. That's not what you want to hear. So I've been resting for a few days. Now I'm doing the pumpkin stuff. That's not hard labor. So hopefully I will soon get cleared out and be back to normal. I feel okay, just I'm congested and coughing. What fun. Chickens are in for a treat. Hey girls, I have a treat for you. Beep, 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 beep. You ready? I'm gonna spread it around so you can all share. While we're out here, might as well get some eggs. Ooh, they did pretty good today. They're pretty eggs. My girls lay beautiful eggs. Hey boys, what are you guys doing, huh? You looking for dinner? Is that what you're looking for? All right, boys. You want a little bit of dinner, huh? Hello, McCartney. There's some corn, here's some other grain. There you go, boys. There's dinner. Have fun.
So what's this process here?
Digging out the pumpkin meat that's soft and putting it in the food processor to puree it.
Okay, so you roasted that, right?
Yep, roasted it. Now I'm picking all the soft meat out of it.
Okay.
Couple messy jobs.
So is it going as you expected?
Yeah, but I think next year I'm going to try to find sugar pumpkins for pies that are bigger. These are just so small, they don't have much meat, you know? So I'll look for pie pumpkins, but ones that get a little bit bigger. And we'll fertilize and make sure they get big. Now I just have to puree them. This is a messy job. And let them cool and I'll be ready to make a pie.
Wow. No, I could have gone to the grocery store and back.
You could have, huh? I might have put a little too much in. Push it down. Stir it around.
So this is going to be better tasting than canned pumpkin though, right?
Yes, and we'll know where it came from. It's organic.
Okay. So that's your food processor? Mm-hmm. Not the Vitamix?
No, because this is so thick. The Vitamix, I don't know what it would do with it. This is the best. I'm going to give it one more round. I just want to make sure it's all smooth and pureed. Looks good though. Man.
So how long till you start the pie?
I'll have to let this cool a little bit. I don't want to put hot pumpkin into a pie. I mean, look at that beautiful pumpkin. Is that pretty or what?
Yeah.
We grew that. Now I'll put it into a pan till I do the rest of them.
Are you allowed to give a preview while your pumpkin pies are different? I like your pies better now than I did when I first got married.
It's not your typical pumpkin pie. For starters, it uses a graham cracker crust.
Nice.
It's actually a Streusel-Topped Pumpkin Pie. It's not a low sugar pie, that's for sure. But boy, is it good. It's your favorite pumpkin pie, and now I really like it best. Sometimes I'm in the mood for a traditional pumpkin pie, but usually it's this one. Look at all that
This
beautiful
gets an
pumpkin.
A+ grade in my book.
Yeah, it's definitely up there. Okay, time to do the last couple. Now I'll let it cool off a little bit and measure out what I need for a pie.
Yum.
Now comes the fun part, making the pie. Although I guess eating it is more fun than this. But I like this part. Okay, the first ingredient in the recipe is pumpkin. And it calls for a 15-ounce can, so I just measure out 15 ounces of fresh pumpkin. And then, I told you this is not a low sugar recipe, okay? It calls for a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. And I will put this recipe down below.
Uh-oh, you got a runaway egg.
Yeah, he stopped.
I never knew what sweetened condensed milk was. Or still don't.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what it is. But it's good.
I know
We use it in this recipe and in our key lime pie recipe.
Oh, that means it must be good.
Yeah. The key lime pie doesn't
Two
use
of my
quite that much
favorite
though.
pies.
Yeah, they are actually. Pumpkin and key lime. Those are your favorites. And 1 egg from my girls. Soft shell. Softer than I expected. And then the spices. 1.25 teaspoon of ground cinnamon.
How do you keep it from all come flying out of there?
I don't. If it does, I just estimate. See?
Okay.
I won't put quite 1/4. Time for me to fill my cinnamon thing. Fill my cinnamon thing up. It's getting empty. Now it's 1/2 teaspoon of.
Is that a note to yourself?
That's my recipe.
Yeah. No, to fill the cinnamon.
Oh, yeah. I'll just leave it out, and then when I put it away, I have a big thing of cinnamon. I'll fill it up with.
Okay.
1/2 teaspoon of ginger, nutmeg, and salt. All the regular pumpkin pie spices. They make pumpkin pie so delicious.
So, do you have an estimate of how many pumpkin pies going to make from all the pumpkin today?
No, but I'll know by the end. I just freeze it in 15-ounce bags.
Okay.
That way it's ready, because this is pretty much, sometimes I make pumpkin bread and the pumpkin baked oatmeal, but it's usually the pumpkin pie. I'll just mix that all up. Now this pie does have a streusel top. What's nice though, you put it in the oven for a while at a high temperature, and while it's in the oven, you go ahead and make the crumb topping. And then after a certain amount of time, you pull it out, put the crumb topping on, and bake it the rest of the way.
And that's what makes it a notch
That's what makes it
above
amazing.
the standard pumpkin pie with
Okay.
no. And then it needs one more thing.
Whipped cream.
Yeah.
It doesn't have enough sugar, so you gotta put whipped cream in it.
Yeah.
And I like the deep dish graham cracker crust, because sometimes the small ones just aren't big enough.
Especially you can put all that crumb topping.
Yeah. And it will heap up at the top.
Yeah.
Now I put it in at 425 for 15 minutes. Hopefully without spilling it. Okay. All right.
So then you put the topping on after 15 and goes back in?
Yep. But while it's baking, I can make the topping. So while the pie's baking for the first 15 minutes, we can make our streusel topping. And it starts with brown sugar. Of course, more sugar. A little more than a cup. And 2 tablespoons of flour. and 3/4 of a cup of walnuts. Chopped up pretty good. Just get that all mixed together. And then we're going to cut in 2 tablespoons of butter till it's kind of crumbly. I need to get a pastry. I don't know what it's called. For doing stuff like this, cutting things in.
One thing I noticed.
What do you notice?
It's kind of looking like a mess back there.
Yeah, who's going to do the dishes? Who really wants this pumpkin pie?
Yeah. I guess that's a price I pay for excellent desserts.
There you go.
It's worth it.
Is it?
Yeah.
I still have to scoop out the rest of the pumpkins.
So what do
Then
you got
tomorrow,
going
I guess
there?
I'll roast the other ones.
So why are you chopping them all up in little pieces?
Well, it's easier to get it to a crummy texture if the butter's all chopped up, and you want it cold.
Oh.
So I kept it in the fridge to the last minute. You know what? I could probably do this in the food processor.
Now that it's all chopped.
You know, next time I gotta remember to do that.
Then you'd have to clean the food processor.
Well, I'm gonna have to clean it anyway because I have the pumpkin stuff in there.
Okay.
But I still have to use it for the rest of the pumpkins.
So what's it look like when you mix it?
I do use the food processor when I do the key lime pie. Remember, the crumb topping is Biscoff. The crumb crust rather is Biscoff and butter. It's not cold
We
butter.
discovered we like the Biscoff better than the...
Yeah, for a
graham
key
cracker.
lime pie, you got to use the Biscoff crust. That is the key to it.
Yeah.
And well, actually, we need to find some lime zest.
Well,
key lime
plus
zest
having
really makes it.
good key limes
Yes.
and key lime zest.
Key lime pie is one of the best things in the world. I think I probably like it more than pumpkin pie.
The problem with it, though, is everybody makes key lime pie, and only a few of them are good.
Yeah. Sam's used to have the best key lime pie I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, they change vendors.
They changed vendors. I'm sorry, Sam's, but it is not good anymore. So I've had to start making my own. It's still not quite as good as Sam's first one, but it's getting there. It's pretty good. Now, it doesn't have to be completely worked in, just so the butter's kind of evenly throughout it, and it'll kind of melt.
So did you just dump all that on top of the pie then?
You carefully pull out the pie that's kind of still liquid, put this on top, spread it out, put it back in carefully.
Nice.
And for somebody who makes messes a lot, that can be a challenge.
Hey, I noticed something else.
What?
It's rare. All of your cupboard doors are shut.
Yeah, I'm known for leaving cupboard doors open. Oh, they're all closed.
I must have closed them.
I mean, he's threatened to take the doors off the cabinets. Now, actually, we're talking about how to make this kitchen more countrified, more farm-like. And I think I might want to take some doors off. I don't know. If you have suggestions how to make this country look more like a farm, this kitchen look more like a country farm kitchen, let me know.
Yeah, but then anybody can see if they're messy.
Now, I'll keep doors on the really, really messy ones. And make sure the ones that are open are clean and neat.
Okay.
All right, that should be good enough.
All right, let's see
Now,
it.
just have to wait for the 15 minutes to be done, and we'll carefully put that on top. Now, to get the streusel topping on without spilling the stuff out of the pie, I'll probably just leave it in the oven instead of taking it the whole way out. If you watch me for any minute at the time, we talk about me making messes. I do tend to make a lot of messes. So we'll see how I do. So far, so good. Get it all on there and then kind of spread it out a little bit. Spread it out toward the edge a little bit. Ooh, nice. Okay.
Well, it looks great.
Now we lower the temperature to 350 and bake it for 40 more minutes.
Still very soupy, though, isn't it? I
Yeah,
can
well,
see it moving.
it's got 40 more minutes.
Oh, okay.
And I gotta drop the temperature to 350. So now we have 40 minutes for you to do the dishes and for me to puree the rest of the pumpkin. Good deal?
All right.
Well, after a long day at work, we wound up with 12 bags of pumpkin to freeze and a delicious pumpkin pie. So now comes the fun part.
Absolutely. And we got a little whipped cream on top.
Have to have added sugar.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I love the topping on this.
It's a nice crunchy streusel topping.
I haven't had one of these in a while. I hope it's as
No,
good
probably
as I
since last
remember.
fall, really.
Yeah, I hope it's as good as I remembered.
We'll find out. This is good.
It's a beautiful thing.
It really is.
I love the pumpkin.
You like the topping.
The topping just is amazing. I mean, I always loved pumpkin pies anyway. But the topping puts it over the top.
And the graham cracker crust, it's just a nice twist on it
Yeah.
compared to a regular pie crust. Plus, it's much easier.
Oh, definitely.
So you glad we did all that and grew the pumpkins?
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised we have 12 bags.
I
from
know. I
those
was surprised too,
pumpkins.
get those little pumpkins.
You know, I think they are just a little bit thicker, even
Maybe.
though they were small.
Yeah, there was enough meat. So, yeah, I'm tickled. It was definitely worth it.
12. So 12, oh man.
12 more pies. He's excited now.
Next spring's going to be hard to lose all that weight.
Yeah, we'll do it. So thanks for joining us on our pumpkin day. I hope you're having a good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was good.
Yeah, that was really good.
I do like that pie. I'm glad you like it.
I do too. You know, I was thinking, I'm not sure if we did our best on that first take. We should just take it. We should do a second take.
You just want another piece of pie.
Caught me.
You can have another piece of pie without filming, you know.
Okay.
You're terrible. Maybe I'll have another piece too.